What's going on, everybody? Travis Witherspoon, Carter Cow Trading, Carter Cow Capital on TradingView. Hope everybody's doing very well on this afternoon. As we take a look at the pair, we're going to end up taking a look at the U.S. Japanese yen. Like always, we're going to go from the weekly to the daily, then after that to the 2 hour to see if there's a trading opportunity to be able to go from. So, as we take a look at the U.S. Japanese yen, the Japanese yen has been the one pair that has been strong against the U.S. dollar, aside from the Swiss franc over time throughout this overall movement. And we're starting to see that this market has went into a death cross, and that ended up happening early in June based off this movement, and this market is slowly starting to move down. Now, if we look at it from a weekly perspective, we see that this market has not been able to break past this overall area right around 104.50 for a overall break. But if it does, it's an expectation that on the daily, when this market keeps on moving to the downside, that it's going to move right around to the 9,900 area. And the reason why I ended up getting 9,900 was because what ended up happening based off of the movement at the beginning, at the start of all of the pandemic and everything else like that. And you notice, which I'm getting ready to change this to a different color. We're going to go with let's go with purple, so everybody can be able to see it just a little bit more. This market ended up going through an ABCD swing, and then after that, it broke the sequence when the market actually ended up retracing back up. It retraced all the way back up to the deep 8-6 position. From that deep 8-6 position, the market has consequently ended up falling down from there. Now, this market is still going through this overall bearish crown movement, and it's expected to be able to complete right around the 99 area. I believe it's 99.20 for its overall movement on some of my other charts. Right here, it has 98.59. But I would look at being able to get out right around the 99 area for us being able to get out long term. And subsequently, since then, the market has been going through some waves. So let's talk about this previous wave that just ended up happening. Let's talk about the consolidation that ended up happening for this overall triangle. Let's talk about where the market is going to end up going from there. This market on a daily is going through its third wave of overall movement. The market has retraced and went back up to the 107 area. Since then, the market ended up having a counter trend line break, and then after that started to break down. We end up having a little bit of consolidation of overall movement, and then subsequently end up having a breakout from that movement. And if you were not able to trade that going into last week, now we're in a retesting type of phase right now. Currently, right now, we can see that the market is getting close to the sell zone, but I do believe that this market has a little bit of room to be able to move up. We still are looking at a little bit of low trading volume, and I think that we're starting to see a little bit of a pocket where people will start looking at being able to trade right around the 106 area. So 106 is one of those areas where I am interested in being able to trade to the downside if we can be able to get that movement and have that be one of the areas where I would look to be able to trade to the downside based off of a counter trend line break and movement from there. And then after that, we have to see if this market is going to end up breaking past 104.50. If it breaks past 104.50, we can definitely tell that there's no more area for the market to be able to hold when it comes down to overall movement, which allows us to be able to be a little bit more confident in staying in this trade for the long run and being able to move from there. We can see that there's no trading volume after it ends up breaking past 104.50. But after that, before it does, we have to be able to be calm and allow this market to be able to move and give us high prices. So based off of the 2 hour, we're going to break down that movement that ended up happening. Here was the triangle that ended up happening right here, where we ended up breaking through that consolidation to the downside. Quite frankly, because I was so focused in on other pairs, I did not get a chance to be able to trade this one all the way through when the market ended up making the downside. But we are in a retesting phase, and with that, it gives us a new opportunity to be able to trade it. So as we're looking at this, I expect that the market is going to end up pushing up to this point of control right around 106.20. Right around the 106.17 area, which will end up being, once again, at a deep 618. If we do that, that will give us the greatest probability of risk to reward when it comes down to that movement. If it does give us a U-turn area within this overall trading area, we know that, quite frankly, our stop will have to be above the A. I would say the stop that I would look at being able to place in will be right around the 106.40 area. And then after that, my take profit area, if I'm trading this based off of this overall swing, will be 103.50. But remember, if it does break past 104.50 and breaks past that area with a little bit more force, then after that, you should see that this market will start to tumble down to this overall levels of 99. 101 will be the first area, but I do believe that the market will end up going to 99.20 as the previous area as the final area for us being able to go down from there. Currently at this market and looking at that overall position, if we're able to get it up there, the stop will end up being right around 30 to 40 something pips. You can go a little bit higher than that, going out the long-term take profit right around 500 and something pips. I don't have to talk about risk reward on this one. This is a very good risk reward trade if it does happen in that overall parameter. So we have the weekly in the sell zone. We have the daily. We have the weekly trading downwards. We have the daily getting to a point where once we get confirmation of a break, we end up trading to the downside. We have time frame alignment and we have time on our side. So if you like what we end up doing, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and comment based off what we end up doing based off this post. That allows us to be able to make a little bit more. And like always, if you would go to my overall other social media platforms that allows us to be able to get more information and stuff like that out, I do appreciate it. Like always, trade your plan, plan your trade, trade your plan. Everyone, y'all have a good one.